Ooh, I'm gonna tweet out.
I'll put it on Facebook. Right, and we are rolling. Get in the super chat. All right, excellent. I'll roll that here.
All right, so when we wait for people, have you seen the Dragonborn stuff?
What Dragonborn stuff?
That's what Project DB is. The English only
Oh
Bushiroad game.
no, it's another game that may or may not flop.
Dragonborn. Are you ready to harness the power of a dragon?
Well, it's a cool idea. I
It
mean, just the name of
it
it
could
sounds
go.
cool.
It could flop. The art is nice because it's like very like magic-esque, which is like a nice change from the anime stuff. But it could be like a super huge hit or miss because it like uses. I guess there's like heavy dice gameplay elements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like defend your fort with dice, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about dice.
I guess there's like
Duck
heavy
Shang, and we're
dice.
talking about Dragonborn, the coolest, most awesome new Bushiroad game. It's coming out in August. I don't know. It seems like
Yeah.
it'll be fun to try, but they had like a teaser trailer. Oh, you should watch it later. Actually, you shouldn't watch it. It's so terrible.
So it's
Oh
not
my
worth
god.
watching.
It was like it was like it was like a PV for like the most generic like nation war anime you've ever seen. But like it was so like the most generic like B level anime. It was like really bad.
Oh, then no thanks.
Yeah, I mean it seems like it could be fun. The premise is kind of neat because it's I guess it's kind of like Vanguard except the clans are fighting in a giant war. But it's pretty.
Yeah. Well, isn't like remember season 2? Wasn't there a war? It was because of well, that was like Aqua
Season
Force or
two?
something.
Yeah. There was some wars going on. We don't talk about
Cray
that.
Cray Wars. There was an app that
We
went
don't
around.
talk. We don't talk about. Oh, where's the peeps at?
We all know Kagura will win. This is the truth. All right. So what were the Oh, so first off, welcome everyone to the stream. I know we missed last week because
Yeah.
we were under the weather, not feeling well, but we're here back again tonight, every Tuesday, around 9 o'clock Pacific
Back
Standard
at it
Time.
again with the white vans.
Yeah. um, so, joining us tonight is just Chris and myself, Ryan, so far. I might have Clark join us as well as Cardfight Waifu. I'm just waiting on their response. But we're going to talk about top 8 results for Dallas. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So top 8 results. I don't. Well, we'll just go through them. There was two messiahs. One Gears as expected. One Overlord that was a little like surprising. One Lured. One Wiseman Loop. One Gurgit Ezel. And the young Ultimile Brave deck.
Which is surprising that Ultimate Brave got it.
Yeah, I believe the winner was Lured.
I mean, Lured all around is just really, really
Yeah,
great
yeah,
deck.
Lured Diablo. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yes, those were the results. I don't know like the like overall placing. I think Messiah deck got second. Um, I'm pretty sure Luward won it. Luward took it all. Yeah.
Yeah, with what's it called? The two Kagero that you said two Kagero, right?
No, it was two Messiah.
Two
There's
Messiah,
one
but there's one
Overlord.
one Overlord. Oh, okay. The Overlord surprisingly got it because Overlord hasn't been around for a while. At least
No,
in
it's
I
been kind of
think.
like on the low swing. I mean,
Yeah,
I do think that Conroe helps it out, but it's still a little surprising to me because it's like,
yeah, with the new Conroe back. How would people
yeah,
play it differently? Because I'm not really a Kagero expert.
they don't play it too much differently, but like that little bit of extra consistency helps. Where like some matches where like you really needed to hit the G guard, you're now able to just grab it out. When you're just able to grab the things to stop your opponent when you need it, which is important in helping to like slow down the game.
Yeah,
And then there's obviously also like the pressure from Titan because that's like the best. That's like the best part about the deck. So
yeah, Titan definitely.
I think it does like punish people who like aren't like familiar with Kagero or things like that. Like, oh yeah, burnout's much easier to use, like Jason said.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Because
agree.
you can just if you have a grade 3, you can just get the new Conroe and then discard it and then burn out someone. So like it's like we're playing the old Revenger days when they just have the Blaster Dark Abyss like every single game.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Oh,
really like
those
that's really
days were
like good.
annoying. So now I guess
Yeah,
especially
the
that was it
Kagura
set
can do
11.
that.
Set 11's gonna
Yeah,
get that Kagero support. Probably gonna see
yeah.
that.
So I
Um,
would expect to see a lot more Kagura after set 11.
yeah. And then so aside from like Kagero support, we're getting Link Joker support possibly now that Chaos Breaker's back.
I think Link Joker support will definitely come, but it's probably going to be in like um set 11, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I like
Um
so Steven, I don't know too much about if reverse is gonna happen again because reverse was the whole thing was about um Void and Chaos Breaker. I don't think he was really a reverse unit. Um, it's yeah. So Vanguards of the Round Table not confirmed. High chance. I feel like there is a high chance too. The whole thing with reverse strides that would be cool, but I just be like, it'd have to be really powerful. I don't really
yeah.
see what would change.
So I don't think that reverse strides are going to happen, but I think chaos support is definitely going to happen.
Maybe like a new
And
Chaos Stride. Maybe a different
yeah, new
universe.
chaos stride or maybe some like grade 2 like more main deck chaos stuff. Um just because like I think yes, chaos is getting like coming back and like chaos is in the anime if you're following it. I know Ryan, you're kind of behind on it, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So chaos is back, but like the whole reverse thing was like all of Link Joker. Like it was this whole Link Joker thing, but it's
hmm
only chaos. It's not like this huge Link Joker invasion type thing. It's just chaos. So I don't think that reverses are really gonna come back. Like because they're not even in the picture. It's just chaos. He's back.
Yeah, it's just gonna be that Link Joker support.
So that's
Okay.
that's my guess.
If Glendios comes back,
Grandiose, please no,
please.
no.
We're gonna get another like super cross stride with Omega Loop, an easier way to loop the Glendios.
Well, thank
Stride
you.
fodder specifically for Chaos. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Starvaders were gonna get one of those
Oh yeah.
like the Maiden of and how Alfred got it. Like you can ditch it you
Mhm.
ditch it to Stride, it gets grade +1, and then you can call it with a skill. I feel like that is
Yeah.
a returning thing.
That would be really
'Cause
good for them because they don't run too many Stride Fodder now just because like it's not Starvader, I think,
yeah, a
because they
lot.
want the Starvader
Yeah,
Soul.
that would be cool. A new Starvader Perfect Guard.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of skill they would get. Maybe just like an Omega Locker, something similar to
Yeah,
the Deleter one.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. That'd be
hmm
pretty cool.
Yeah, like if your opponent has a lock card, then you can Omega Lock that one. That'd actually be really neat.
Yeah. And I'd like to see some fancy stuff like that. Let's go Bushiroad.
Come on,
Bring out
Bushy.
the
What?
cool stuff.
Why don't you hire us if you need some
Yeah,
more people
hire us
working in
and
R&D? We can make some great cards for you. We can make some better heal triggers in the Fighters Collection. Come on. G guard to lock during opponent's turn. If Starvaders gets that, then they're gonna get the same control that Kagero and um what's their face Gears has. It's so
yeah.
that's like
Well, it's not going to be quite the same because it would be like you would already have to have locked them down. It would be like an easier way to keep them locked down.
mhm.
I think like it would be too much if they like had lock,
Just like an
like a
insta
denial
lock,
riff and that
counterblast one
locked.
lock. Yeah, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
If it was like maybe a heavier cost, maybe like if your opponent has two lock cards, then counterblast one, lock the
Yeah,
other two.
that'd be a very like
That's okay.
Starvader esque thing.
Mhm. Yeah, if it was Messiah, feel like it'd be like unlock it and then unlock two and then lock that, similar to the G
Yeah,
guard that they already
yeah.
have.
Hmm.
You know, but
I agree with that.
with something that powerful, I feel like the cost definitely has to be higher. Like if you think
Hmm.
about the one that Chronojet, even Denial Counterblast one is something that like Kagero definitely needed to push him up there.
Yeah,
If they didn't get that, Kagero would just kind of be tier low.
yeah, and even then
If
it's
they never
like
got that.
people are like learning like, oh, I need to watch out for this. Like I can't just go like super ham.
Yeah.
But that's like another reason why Kagura isn't doing it as well, I think, because people are just more aware of it.
Yeah, because when right when it came out, no one really knew how to play against it, and
Mm.
it kind of just spooked everyone.
Yeah.
And I agree on that.
Everyone's like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. See, like I feel like that's a thing happening right now with you know how like when Wiseman came out, everyone was scared of it, but no one really
Hmm.
plays it just because it's so. Sometimes I think it's just confusing as a deck. Some
Yeah.
people just don't enjoy playing it, and that's why it's not played as much. But I still feel like
Yeah.
it's capable because people still even now don't
Oh,
know how
it's
to play
definitely
against it.
capable. I think like
Yeah.
it's kind of like really awkward now because people who want to win will definitely play that deck because it's really good.
Yeah, because
But
you can
like,
play around the game itself, and then you can
yeah,
give your opponent no resources, and you still get to play your deck. That's the hard part.
yeah. So like, that's really scary because like I never get to play against it, but I know that people will be playing it
Yeah,
like at regionals or something. So then I'm like, well, if I get placed against it, what am I gonna do?
yeah,
I like never get to practice against it because no one wants to play it because it's like not that fun to play with or against. I think.
yeah. Steven, I think it's too late for Chaos Breaker to get his own Legion. I mean, Gear Chronicle barely got their ride chain, so
No,
no,
yeah,
I'm just
Chaos
kidding.
Breaker.
But yeah, Chaos Breaker
They're
ain't
they're
late.
done. They're done with Legion. Like if another Legion comes out, I'll be really surprised.
Mhm.
Really surprised.
Yeah. Like there were rumors that MLB was supposed to get a Legion, and that never happened.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of rumors.
Which is, where do
Welcome
the
back.
rumors derive from? Like, who who puts this out there? They're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna make this rumor up, pff, blast it all on Facebook, promote
The
it everywhere.
Vanguard Illuminati. We gotta stay silent, Ryan. They're onto us.
They're onto us. It's us.
If we're not back for the live stream next week, you guys know what happened.
Yeah. The thing is, if they were to become reverse, all of the Aichi cards, it's not. They don't unlock cards. It's not like Gold Palette and Alfred
Yeah,
anymore. It's they're just
yeah,
friends. They're just friendship. You got K and you got Bedivere.
yeah. It's
Those
just
guys are
friendship.
freaking cool.
Yeah, and they're like, what do you think? Okay, so I guess we can like use that to transition into the legend deck stuff. Because
Hmm.
what do you think of the new stuff like the new Bedivere and K?
So far, I think it's really good because now they have, Blaster Blade already alone. Usually in those decks are pretty counterblast heavy, especially if you want to use Blaster Blade
Hmm.
skill. Counterblast 2, not a cheap cost. Um, and then just going by that simply, you have basically new unflip engine. You have the Bedivere and you have the new K, and which is really neat because you also get a power up from it and it's free and it's pre-G break. That's what I
Oh,
really
nice.
like about it. So what I'm thinking is that if Blaster Blade Exceed is going to be similar to Overlord Legend deck, and Diablo, maybe he's gonna get like an on place counter blast one, soul blast one, get a
Mm,
skill
that'd
or
be
call a grade 2 or something. And what's nice is that if it's on place, then during the same turn you can unflip that same counter. You can
right by
counter charge
calling
the same
the
thing.
K.
Yeah. So you
Mm,
have the counter charger on the grade 1, and then you have a soul charger on um, the grade 2, which
right, right.
essentially makes Blaster Blade Exceed's skill free. The soul charging is really nice too for if you're gonna try to do some kind of thing saver hybrid deck, because we don't know what Blaster Blade Exceed skill is gonna be. If not, maybe there's an MLB deck, so you get unflip, so you can just really abuse counterblast.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that I can see for the Legend deck has a lot of potential, but I just don't. I need to know what the other cards do first. That's the hard part. Like we have Marin, and Marin is freaking super good already.
What was Marin again?
G break one counter. It's a grade one counterblast one. When this unit is placed on rear guard from your hand, if you have a Vanguard with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, you can call search your deck for up to one card, call its rear guard, and that unit gets plus 3k.
Oh
Not grade
snap!
two, not grade one, like any card. Call its rear. It's
Oh
so good.
snap!
You can call
Oh my
Flogel.
god.
You can call the
Um,
Barkle grade one. You can call like you can call anything. It's so good.
BRB guys, I'm a Royal Paladin main now.
Yeah, the only thing about it is that like with new cards like this, you can't play the speed of like Winkle Brave anymore because you're going to be playing less blasters. But
Mm.
this is basically
Who
transitioning
cares?
into a new.
Like
I know,
you
right?
did everything.
It's transitioning into a new deck where it's just like heavy G break. So like I'm hoping for is that it's going to be able to keep up like mid late game with Gear Chronicle and Luard. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly so hyped for the new Royal Paladin stuff.
Oh
I
my
still
gosh,
think
yeah.
Wingle Brave is the best starter. Yeah, definitely. But um, the thing is, I'm trying not to stay attached to Wingle Brave because then that means I would have to play vanillas like Blaster Laura and then Blaster Friend
Mm-hmm.
Barkle, which
Mm-hmm.
is like when there's cards like Marin that exist. I think this kind of exceeds just playing Wingle Brave.
No, I definitely agree with that. Like
Yeah,
Marin is so powerful. Like especially because I know you're like a huge fan of the Thing Blaster deck.
yeah.
Like you're gonna be able to get so much off of Marin in that.
Mhm. So like say like you can already combo with the grade 1 or the grade 2 for K and Bedivere. You call Marin to the other side and whichever one you have on the other column, you can call Bedivere, and if they have a K in the same column, you can soul charge one, and if not, then or vice versa, if you have a Bedivere in the same column, you can countercharge one, and you basically make Marin free. That's really good.
Yeah,
And it gets plus 3k, and then the
that's
same column gets
super
plus
good.
2k, so you essentially get 5k on top of the 16k column, making a 21 for free. It's really good.
I think it's time to switch to Royal Paladins.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
see,
we
you
go,
can call the
Paladins.
Lu to Blaster Blade. Like, there's so much you can do. I think it's just right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure all the Royal Paladin players are just waiting on that Blaster Blade Exceed release, like what he's or reveal. I mean, what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
really
even
excited.
just Marin. Holy cow. Holy cow. And then, you think you'll get any effects triggers? Probably not.
I'm not. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we have Margle. That's like the only one.
Yeah.
I I I doubt they'll make Flogel even more OP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
um. Yeah. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I feel like they'll make Starhope Trumpeter um maybe a draw trigger. Like you get two Margles and then two Starhope Trumpeters, and then you get um maybe 8 crit in this deck. I don't know if they're gonna give you stands. Cause wasn't it in in Diablo you got 8 crit 4 draw? You didn't get stand triggers in that, right?
Yeah. No stands.
That's true. I mean maybe it's gonna be like that. I'm just excited for what Wingle Youth is gonna be.
Wingo Youth.
Just
I,
because
I feel like
it's
it'd be
already
a
so
grade one.
cool.
I feel like he'd be a grade one.
Yeah.
Or maybe a grade two. No. There's like a lot of
He's a
card
grade 4.
names left,
He's a
and like
strider.
not a lot of slots left.
Yeah. What's really cool is that we get Epona as a unflipping perfect guard.
Oh yeah, that's actually
Yeah,
really nice that
so
you
I
can
like that it
if you don't
wasn't a weird skill. More unflips is beautiful. I like.
Wayne Griffith will Blaster Blade be an opposite Blaster Dark Diablo. When you stride Religious Soul Saber, call a grade 2 from deck. And if you are to stride a Religious Soul Saber, all the cards in your hand get -2 grade. Let's go.
Nice. Just the opposite. Gets -2 grade. It's just like, damn it, this is so hard. I can't try. Oh
Oh,
man.
maybe Flogo gets upgraded to a crit. Maybe that's what happens.
Yeah, Flogo becomes a super crit with 6k power. That's scary. Blaster burst. If Blaster Blade burst was an 11k, sure. You know what? I was gonna be sad if they made Blaster Blade burst like the Legend deck card. It's just like, man, this is so outdated. I don't want to play this.
Blaster Blade Exceed is just a reprint Blaster Blade Burst.
I'd be so sad.
Oh,
10k body. It's like, why?
be pretty funny. Hmm.
I'm trying to read what people are like thinking his skill might be. Okay, here's like this exceed, or he's saying that. Okay, so first skill G break 2. Choose a card named Blaster Blade, put on the bottom of your deck. At the beginning of your ride phase, you may pay the cost. You can stride without paying the cost for stride. So basically copying Luard, except you
I
bottom
think
deck a Blaster Blade.
I think he is going to be able to be a grade 4. I think he's going to have a legend type skill.
Hmm.
Right?
I feel like he
Oh
would
yeah.
get one too. Sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like if he just dropped out or not. No, because like I think that makes sense because like the like Overlord, the legend, he like bumps himself up. He like transcends stride by himself, and
Hmm.
like Aichi Blaster Blade is supposed to be like his rival, so they should be on par. And his name's Blaster Blade Exceed, so he's like exceeding his
Yeah.
limits. He's gonna be a great four. I think that would make a lot of sense, and that'd be interesting to see what kind of skill he gets as a grade 4.
Hmm. Yeah, so good backups. The first thing off the top of my head was Think Saver for sure, especially since we have Unflip Engine and Soul
Mm.
Charge Engine. So Think Saver I feel like is like kind of like first place for being a backup for Exceed, depending on whatever his skill is, and then after that it might be Oath and Exiv. Because Oath, I think,
Mm.
is a really good card, but then the thing is, if you're playing that card, you're playing a lack of Swordsman of Lights, and because I feel like that was what that small subclan was. So you don't really have
Right.
much to work with there. You can call a Blaster. I forget actually Alfred Oath's skill.
When the power runs out.
Yeah, I don't remember that skill exactly. I feel like there's gonna be probably like two different decks coming out of it. I don't know if we'll see. I don't know about like an Alfred Blaster deck, but I
Yeah,
feel like we're definitely gonna have like the Blaster deck that's like Exceed and Thing Blaster, and
yeah.
we're definitely gonna have the pure Alfred,
Pure Alfred
the
is
just
super cool.
pure Alfred stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, see, because Alfred Oath, you search your deck for up to you because you counterblast one, soul blast one, and discard a card. You search for up to two cards with different grades with Swordsman of Light or Blaster in the card name.
Mm.
And in if you're gonna be playing like the new units from Legend deck, you don't have a lot of Blaster, you don't have a lot of Swordsman of Light. So I feel like it's not the best
Mm.
one. So after that, I feel like Exiv is a better idea if you want to play Alfred.
Would you think about making a Alfred Oath Thing Saver deck?
Um, the only thing about that is that well, because Alfred Oath alone, you have to Soul Blast. And the other Swordsman of Light skills, I don't remember for sure, but I don't think you don't get a lot of unflip, you don't get a lot of Soul Charge. And I feel
Mm.
like you're trying to, it's like trying to do too much. I feel like just a pure Alfred is way more powerful. Like if you play Alfred and Alfred
Yeah.
Exiv, like that is a really strong deck already too.
Makes sense.
because
Makes sense.
you get the benefits of all the Alfred support because both your grade 3s are Alfred, so you don't really have a misride. Um, and then you have the benefit of that new grade 1 that also came in Tri 3, where like how I said earlier with the Maiden of you can discard it and you call it for striding.
Mm,
Like that's a really good card. You get to play legit sword.
legit sword.
Um, yeah, I
Oh,
feel like with a lot of the support, there's a lot of different types of Royal Paladin decks, but I don't think things or what's it called, Alfred and Blaster Blade Exceed will be as good as Exceed and Thingsaver.
mm,
I mean, so far that's what I'm seeing so far.
makes sense.
How would Majesty Lord Blaster play with the Legend deck since he benefits from blasters anyway? Too legit to quit. um, I don't know. MLB, because when you take out MLB, and since we're getting a new blaster, you basically have the same benefit of playing Thing Blaster, but you get a even heavier like or a stronger, I mean, like G break side, rather than your only go-to play being like Soul Saver to end or Religious Soul Saver to win the game for you, or you do the triple attack Thing Saver. Yeah, Exceed is basically the new MLB, depending on whatever his skill is. Because the thing is, when you play MLB, it forces you to have to play all those grade 2 blasters and stuff like, you know, whereas we're getting new cards, we're getting new support that is supposedly going to help us with attacking Luard and Gear Chronicle, whatever other top decks are topping right now.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot. I've been thinking about like all this new Royal Paladin stuff for a while. That's why I have so much to say about it.
Yeah, I know you're excited about it.
Guys, we activated Super Chat. If you're excited to say something in the Super Chat. I'm not too sure how it works. We just activated it.
For funsies, yeah. So okay, so we've openly talked a lot of trash and thrown a lot of shade at Brave, but they got top 8.
I mean, okay, the thing is like Brave is kind of like how do I explain it? It's like the really it's like a super underdog. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to root for it, but it has potential. Like when it wins, it's like, yeah, Brave, go, good job. I forgot. There's like a word for that. Especially in sports, it's similar to underdog, but it's someone that you don't want to win, but you end up just rooting for it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Cause,
Yeah,
okay, do you
yeah, yeah.
remember when I made that Brave budget deck and it was really stupid? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it made solid like 21, 26 numbers on the first drive, but after that you were doomed because you had like 3 cards in hand. Yeah, Brave.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the do you know the deck list, or were they not released yet? Because I was trying to look for it. I didn't see
Someone
it.
someone posted the deck list.
Oh,
From what I remember, is that I don't have it up right now, but from what I remember, it was basically just like a ton of just like the call and other grade 2 cards. So I think he just like set up and then he just like went for like a wombo combo.
oh yeah. Could have been. He could have just
That's
like freaking completely overpowered someone first stride or something.
Yeah. So like first or second strat, I think just like completely overpowering someone with like so many attacks. I think that's what
Yeah.
happened.
I don't know.
I can't find
I
the
know
picture right now,
we
but
always throw shade at Brave, but I feel like we're come our shop challenge or our qualifier,
so someone's gonna whoop you guys with Brave. I'm
freaking
gonna
we
laugh.
go 0-6 against Brave. I'm just like, well,
Does the Aichi deck come out before the SoCal, before the Bushy Fest? Are you gonna be able to use it at regionals?
I think it does actually. Aichi deck comes out May 26th. Beautiful.
Nice.
I get a whole month, a little over a month
Whole
to,
months to test that. That's
yeah.
good.
But the thing is, once it gets revealed, because it gets released April 7th, so we got about 2 more weeks until stuff's going down. And then once I
Mm.
do that, play some
And then you can just
proxies.
test it forever.
Whee! Then I'm gonna be playing that for basically the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, that I'm super excited. It's gonna be good.
There's so much stuff coming out. Crazy.
Yeah, they did
Like
it like actually really fast. Let me look
I
at it.
feel like yesterday we had sneak peek,
Yeah, and
like
then
try through
next week
booster,
we
and
have
this week
new.
is Trinity Dragon sneak. I'm like, what's going on?
It's really quick.
And then next week Trinity Dragon's gonna release, and then like 2 weeks after that it's gonna be sneak peek for set 10. I'm like, what?
Stop,
This all happened
slow down. I'm not used to this.
fast for my like for me. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, like I was used to waiting 6 months back in the old days,
Mm-hmm.
but
But I mean, so like the sets are coming faster, and hopefully that's gonna catch up with Japan really soon.
yeah.
And then, but a good thing I think is that the like speed at which power creep is happening is definitely slowing down. Because like back in the day, it would be like a set came out, and literally everything in that set was now the new top tier. Like it totally like washed out everything that was below it.
Oh
But I
yeah.
feel like that's not really the case anymore. I feel like there's a few really good cards, but nothing like instantly becomes the best.
Oh, so let's bring up Fighters Collection 2017.
All
You get
them G guards.
Super G guards with the super heal triggers. Um, a few of them, they're basically like what I've noticed so far. I feel like I didn't really pick up on it until actually now. That whenever you use that heal trigger to discard, it like strides into the G guard. It turns into it. So you get
Yeah.
Lozenja Magus, for example. You get her, she's fine, and then for the big one, she's okay. She's Apex. She's fine, and then now she's good. Which is really cool. I like that because I can just imagine like it happening in the anime or something, or it's like a big animation where they
Yeah.
stride with it and then they come out and they transform into the G guard, which is cool
Yeah,
because the
I think
heal
that's
save
pretty
you,
sick.
and then now this saves you, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I really like that too. And like the effects are kind of hit and miss though.
Yeah, like the OTT one, it's still generic. You discard a grade one or less card, and then you draw a card.
There's a lot of like discard and then draw. I'm not a big fan of those. I wanted them to do something way cooler than like, oh, when I use it to G guard.
Yeah.
I wanted to do some other stuff. Be like have some effects that like when you play it, it does something really cool. So you have to like decide guarding and using your like skill effect.
Um, wait. Oh, which one was the Tachi one? I thought that one was a good one.
G1 was good. It was just plus 5k for every open rare.
Yeah. And then oh wait, all the heals are the same then.
A lot of the heals are the same. That was what's kind of disappointing too. Yeah,
Oh,
like
I didn't know
the
that.
majority of
I thought
them
there
are
were
like
so many different.
discard and then draw,
So
or
which
like
one
it
is
goes into.
different?
There's some that like they'll go into soul. So like the Spike Bros one, when you use it, it goes into soul.
Oh, okay, the Spike Bros one and also the what's it called? Genesis one. That makes
Yeah, I
sense.
think the Genesis one too. Yeah.
How about the Dark
So those
Regulars
things will
one?
go into
Dark
soul.
Regulars go into Soul.
I think
Yep, Dark Regulars go into Soul.
Angels
Angels.
and Nova have the best one, I think, so far. Because it's like if you have one or less unflipped damage, then you can soul blast one.
Yeah. Oh, this one
So like
is Soul Blast one when it's discarded. If the number of face-up cards in damage zone is one or less, you countercharge one. Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's not
so
bad.
that's to me that's like a step above the other guys.
Hmm.
because you
Mega
get
Colony
counterblast back. Like,
gets a discard and draw. Rip. I guess they kind of just got lazy. Bermuda!
it was-
Discard and draw. Rip.
I was actually really sad that Bermuda's G guard got like a OTT type effect. Whereas like I thought like OTT would be the clan that's like, oh, I have so many cards in hand, I'm gonna get like a super
Yeah.
fat shield.
Gets
And then
5k for every
Bermuda's got
2.
it, and
Like,
I was like,
you know who benefits from this? Duos. Because duos,
yeah.
you always get 2 cards. It's just like, okay, free cards,
Hmm.
thanks.
And then like Prisms doesn't always like have a huge hand size because you go super ham in that deck.
Yeah. I feel like this G guard for Bermuda is just so
Okay,
extra because it's like for every
it's
2
super
cards you
good.
get
Vanguard's
5k.
good, actually.
And it's like if you still
Vanguard's
don't have
round
enough,
table.
yeah. Wait, what?
So good. Like he's saying a BTG guard is hella good. Yeah, it's hella good.
Yeah.
But like
It
only
doesn't
like
feel like Bermuda.
yeah.
It's like if you don't have
Yeah.
enough, then you can counterblast 1 and you get an extra 5k if you want. It's just like
Yeah.
if it's not enough,
Okay.
just do another one. Come on, it's fine.
And then OTT was like, hey, we'll let you draw a card.
And it's like,
Great.
cool.
I really would have liked to get all that extra shield that Bermuda got. Although to be fair, they already have G guards that get shield for having cards in hand. So it is nice that they have like an alternate option. I'll give them that. I'll give Bushiro that much. It's nice that they have a G guard that will draw cards. Because they already have ones that give power.
Yeah. Which one was?
Nova's one seems amazing. Nova's has really good G guards. I'm like very, very impressed with their G
Because
guards.
the original one is free.
Yeah, the original one is free. The one they get in set 10 is like, oh, you used up all your counterblasts. Here's 2 more. Cool.
Here you go, dude.
Oh,
God,
thanks.
got you.
Here you go. Oh, you used up all your soul? Here, have some more. Like, what? And then the new G guard for them is just like, oh, the attack didn't hit. Here, have a counterblast.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
The ones
They have
that what's it called? Genesis got was kind of iffy.
what did it do again? I don't remember that one.
When it's placed on Guardian Circle, you may pay the cost you unflip a G guard, and then if you do, choose 2 or more normal units with the same grade each from Drop Zone and Soul, up to a total of 3 cards. So you can only get plus 15k max, or plus 10k, because you have to. If you're ideally you take
Oh,
2
you
from
use
Drop
guard with
Zone.
them?
Oh, you send them back to the deck, and then you get plus 5k shield for each card returned. But the only
Oh,
thing is
can you
like
put oh, it's normal units, isn't it?
normal units, yeah, with the same
Ugh.
grade. And what I don't like about it is that
Ugh.
ideally it's 2 from each, but you can only do a total of 3. So ideally 2 from Drop Zone,
Yeah.
1 from Soul. But do you really want to get rid of your Soul? Like,
Yeah. Can you do 3 from drop zone?
no, it's a total of 2 from each, but you can only get up to 3.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
So you can only do like you can do 2, 1 from 1, or you can do 2 and
Yeah.
1, or 1 and 2. It's just kind of like really awkward.
I feel you, Wayne Griffin. I want to see those strides too. Tired of all this rehashed, same as every other G Guardian G guards.
I want to
Give
see
me
that
some.
Royal Paladin stride. He looks freaking cool.
I want to see that. What is it?
Looks like Alfred's nephew.
Actually, I want to see what the gold and the Kagura stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we've talked much, but I'm really digging gold paladins. I'm really digging them.
Ooh, wait, what did they get recently?
I mean, they haven't gotten anything recently, but they've just been like, I just really enjoyed playing them.
Oh, they're really fun.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're really fun for me. So I'm sticking them. Like, it's weird for me to say because like I always played Kagura, but I feel like unless Kagura gets like some stuff that really makes me like them, I'll probably just keep playing golds. Like they're gonna be my new main deck.
They're really good, like, to be honest.
I think they're really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really think they're good. I think the thing that will bring me back to Kagura is if Dragon Ball Goku gets support.
If Goku gets like transformed
Oh my gosh, I miss this deck.
from a crit trigger.
I miss it. My homie.
Let's see.
Is that
Yeah,
about all
so
we got?
that's pretty much it. I mean, the heal triggers. Remember before everything got revealed, we thought that it was gonna make or break the game, and right now it kind of just like is just something cool, but
Meh.
it's not as
Yeah.
amazing as I'd hoped it for it to be.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. I'm hoping that we see some really cool stuff with the strides because I don't see like the set selling that well.
Hmm.
With just what like the G, it's like because all the G guards, it's like I could probably like predict them from now on. Like Kagura is gonna be like plus 5k for every 2 open rear guards on your opponent's circle, and
Yeah.
then like the Narukami one's gonna be like plus 5k for like every
Every
3 cards in
bound card.
bind zone or like some nonsense like
Yeah.
that. You know
If it was
that only
5k
like
from
cause,
every bound card, like woohoo. But
oh that'd be crazy. Maybe it could be like counterblast 1 gets plus 5k for every card in
it's gonna
bind
be
zone.
like Counterblast 2. Like man,
Counterblast 2.
can't even freaking
Man.
use VMAX. Thanks.
So yeah, I'm hopeful for the strides, but the G guards have been a little meh. I want the strides to save the set. I want to see some
Yeah.
cool swaggy effects that make people lose their minds.
But
Better bleed.
yeah. Anything else you wanted to say for tonight's stream? I think we pretty much
I
covered it for
think
the
I'm
night.
good. I think covered everything I wanted
Yeah.
to touch.
Let's go ahead and take some questions. Go 5 minutes on questions, guys. If you have anything else to ask us, something that you want to see maybe next week, something you're hoping
Yeah.
for that Bushiroad's gonna release. Link Joker did get a new generic G guard, if they will get one.
Oh yeah. I mean, hopefully they get something that's not like so restrictive as the ones they have right now.
Yeah. Is Battle
Because
Sisters good?
because the I think because right now they have the one that like needs to unlock 2
Yeah, they have
and get plus
Maxwell, and then
10,
they have that one, the +10
and then
unlock
they
too.
have one that locks their own unit.
Hmm.
But it would be like great if they just had one that gained shield for like whatever reason. Like they didn't need like a specific cost available. Battle Sisters. What do you think about Battle Sisters, Ryan?
I feel like right now Battle Sisters are similar to like Regalias for Genesis. They can be good and they're really fun to play, but I doesn't make them at all like top tier or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the double R that they got in the Trinity Dragon set, Madeline, has a really neat skill. Whereas was it when you stride a Battle Sister in its original card name, choose your Vanguard. It gets at the end of your battle that the rear guard attacked with, or that a rear guard with Battle Sister in its card name attacked a Vanguard. Soul Blast 1. If it didn't hit, you can countercharge 1, which is really cool because this skill for hit for it is a G Break 2. At the end of your opponent's turn, you can counterblast 1 if you have what's it called? If you have 3 Battle Sisters on the board and 3 or less in hand, you can counterblast 1 and draw. So essentially, that extra draw becomes free when you stride or if something doesn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of neat tactics. They have a good unflip engine, but I don't think they're like good. Yeah, they're like you
No,
said. What up with it's
I agree with
super
that.
underwhelming. Um, like if you were to go face to face, like I'm playing Battle Sisters, you'd be like, cool deck, but I'm gonna beat you. it's like
Yeah,
it's like that kind of thing.
they got some really nice stuff, but they really struggled like solely because they're an OTT.
Yeah,
So man,
that's how I felt like with
and like
Regalias. They got cool support, but it didn't push them over the top. And they were good before, but they're just so slow. What are you guys maining
let's
for
see.
competitive right now? As of right now, I am playing Sanctuary Guard, just because I love Royal Paladin. It's super fun. And Chris, you said you're playing Golds, right?
Yeah, I've been playing golds like pretty religiously the past probably month-ish. It's been really weird because like over here they do like drafts for sneak peek. So when it's a sneak peek week, I don't actually get to play my deck.
Yeah.
But like every chance I've gotten for like the past month, I'd say I've been playing pure Gurguit, so I'm not even using Ezel.
Yeah,
But it's been really fun.
it's
And
cool.
I think I brought Kagero one week, and I was like,
Not
I'm gonna
as
play
fun as
Kagero
gold.
this week. If I'm not feeling it, I'm just gonna play golds from like here on out. And I was like, it was fun, but I didn't like it. Like it wasn't like super fun. So I was like, I'm gonna play golds, and then I just never went back.
Yeah.
I just like stuck with golds, and so I'm really happy with golds. I think that they're like really strong. They can definitely take on any deck. They're just like maybe missing a tiny bit, and like they obviously like suffer a little bit because of the RNG factor.
Yeah.
Like I've done like the glorious rating where I look at the top 7 and it's all triggers, and I'm like, deck, why are you doing this?
Please don't do
It's
this to me.
so hard. Like you could at least given me 1 unit.
Is SGD 16 crit? It was for a while actually. I did play that at regionals, and then I went 6-2. I got 16th place, which was sad. Or actually no, I
Yeah.
was 6-1, and then I got sad. I've been playing that for a while, but now I just switched to like standard Sanctuary Guard, 6 grade 3s, and then 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal actually. Jewel Knights, I'm still trying to find some sword me's for a good price. I do have the deck incomplete. Just
Hit this man up if you
it's
got
literally
extra
missing
sword
sword
me's.
me's and Evangelines, and after that deck's done. Opinion on the Luar Diablo deck that won Dallas? I actually don't know what the build was. If it was like a
I
standard
saw it
Luar Diablo
briefly.
that I've
I
seen.
think it's pretty standard from what I've seen. It was like 4 lure, 2 blaster dark Diablo, 2 death sprays, 4 holes, 4 morfessas, maybe 1 Nemain, like 4 Karan, some like Kahidans. You know, it's like they're all like pretty much the same. They just have like slightly different numbers here and there. So it wasn't like anything super out of the blue.
Yeah. As for Asha, I feel like it's just on a slow rise. I haven't heard
It's so
the
good.
other tops right now, but damn, yeah, like Asha is honestly it's a deck to be scared of.
It's
right
it's
now.
a sleeper. It's a sleeper like, but not in a way that we say Brave is a sleeper. Like Brave is a sleeper because like it's pretty good and people just like trash on it all the time.
Yeah, but
But
Asha
Ash is
is
like people,
like,
oh, that's like pretty good, but actually it's really good. Like really, really good.
hmm
Um
like that's a deck that I for sure have a fear of. Like if I saw that and I'm about to play in regionals, it's like, damn, I'm gonna have such a hard time. If this guy
yeah.
knows what he's doing, then I'm pretty scared.
Yeah.
Asha
Yeah.
is the guy Emperor. I feel like now they should, in the anime when World Champion Tachikaze was a thing, I feel like they should have an Asha player become World Champion. Like all of a sudden Toka is like World Champion.
Yeah. World champion. So we missed one guy who asked, what does Nubatama need? So I'll answer that since I do have some very little experience with the deck.
Okay.
So in my opinion, it needs like 2 things. It needs more ways to bind your opponent's cards. Sometimes it's like, I mean, it could be partially because I'm like not very good at the deck, but there's a lot of times where like I want to use the starter to like countercharge, but it drops their bind card into the drop zone, which then like prevents me from using after image to get my hand back.
Oh, so it kind of
So
like,
there's like a lot of things like that, situations like that where you're like, oh, like I have to make like not the best play because I don't have all the right tools. So I would like to see more like bears, like the bear that like just on call bind one of their rear guards. That's like one of the best cards in the deck just because it's like it enables your after image.
yeah, that's like a super OG card too, right? That's from like set 9,
Mm-hmm.
or set
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't know. I could bring it up, but it's an OG for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing they really need is they need some good first stride pressure. They need some way to like push their opponent on the first stride. Because there's like so many times where especially like now, well the time I only played it like 1 week in tournament, but I like tested with it some. And a lot of times what you find is like your opponent's like not as super high damage because you didn't like, if you don't draw Tamaha Hagane, the bear. You're gonna draw that bear dude. Then you can't really make good early rush plays without like committing your whole hand, because he's really good because you can like get this bind their starter, and then you can like call your whole hand and then just get it all back. It's like that's a huge strength of Nubatama, but if you don't draw him, it's like meh.
Yeah.
It's not very good. So like a lot of times you won't draw him, and then they'll be at like 2, if you're lucky, 3 damage by the time you stride. And then you like stride like what, an on hit stride, or like something that binds one of their rear guards. And so you basically like do no damage to them if they have like a decent amount of cards in hand. And so you go into your next turn, they're still at 3 damage, and like they could have too many cards in hand for you to Gato Lord them, but they're at 3 damage, so the GR that like nukes their whole hand isn't worth it. So like they don't have a good way to like, their GB2 strides are really good because they have like, they punish you for having low hand or punish you for having high hand, but you can never get them in a good position to like really take advantage of those like tools, because the first stride is so like mediocre. So I think they really need like a power play on the first stride, and they need more ways to like really abuse after image.
So what's
That's
ideally
what I
first
think.
stride for Nubatamas right now? Is it the bind one from hand and then bind a rear guard, or is it the on hit, discard a card?
I have no idea. I think I usually just opt for the on hit, make them discard a card, because they'll drop PGs for that,
Which is
or they
funny.
just
That's like
lose
the
a
goal.
card, so it just kind of like sets you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to try to set people up for you're like trying to like think like as hard as you can how to set people up for your like later game strides, when like it's probably not the best game. Like it's not like the best way to be playing the game. Like it'd be great if they had something that like actually put a lot of pressure on people the first stride.
I think for that type of deck, you just need pure intimidation. You gotta look at them with like mind
Yeah.
games. You gotta play like Shingo from the anime. Just have a bowl cut. Will they ever go back to support old sub archetypes?
I don't think
Who
so.
knows? No.
They've got their new archetypes pretty like set in stone.
Yeah. So
I
far. Oh, go ahead.
personally I hope they don't. Personally, I hope they don't, because like a lot of the sets these days, you see they're like spreading themselves so thin that nothing really gets anything good.
Yeah, that
You're
makes
like,
sense.
oh, cool. They made a whole new like sub clan out of scratch, like with the ghosties, and then you're like, well, it's like, so
I know you can't really do much with it. You can.
yeah, you can't really do much with it. And then like, something happened like that with Pale Moons too, right? Did they have a sub clan? They have Lukier.
Oh, was
I
it
think some Nightmare Doll
Nightmare
stuff
Dolls?
came
Yeah,
out.
Nightmare Doll.
Yeah,
Totally forgot about them.
the Nightmare Dolls, like they're really good, but they had to give like support to Harry, Lukier, and Nightmare Dolls. Like, and then for Grand Blue, they had to give to Night Rose, to Seven Seas, and to the new Ghosty one. They just like came out of their butt. So I think they like spread themselves too thin. It would be nice to see like, I'd rather they just cut one sub clan out and give like some pretty like mid-level generic support that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. Wait, what's your opinion on Night Rose hype? I don't know. Night Rose is a really great deck. I'm just surprised that it's not doing as well as it is in Japan than it is here. I don't know what's stopping it.
Oh yeah, no. I think people here just aren't as experienced with the deck. That's my opinion of it.
Because
The
recently
deck
we've
is
seen Josh play it.
really
Josh
good.
plays it really well.
Oh, I have no doubt that Josh plays it excellently.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sack Squad. Cooch from Sack Squad also has Night Rose. Shout out to him. He went undefeated at locals pretty easily, it seemed.
Oh yeah.
With Night Rose, I think Night Rose is the next big thing, but people just aren't. They aren't playing it, or they're treating it as one of like these like meta, like, oh, I'm gonna play meta and win type things, when it's completely not that. Like gears, you could build gears and do really well just because they were so much better than everyone else that you didn't need to, like, you didn't necessarily need to be better than your opponent to win with gears. Like that's why I thought it was a problem, because that's how good they were,
Yeah,
you know?
if you just played Gears the way it's supposed to be played, then you can win. It's not like it doesn't take the kind of skill that you would
Yeah, you
assume.
don't
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're saying.
obviously you play a good gear player, they know like all the like ins and outs and the little tiny parts of the combos that
Hmm.
can really like put them over the top. But like even if there's someone who only knows how to Melum or Watar, they're still gonna like crap on you.
Yeah. So
Um,
you feel like that Night
whereas
Rose is just at the point of like there is no simple skill that can win. You have to be like
yeah,
know the ins and outs.
there's no like, oh, I'm just gonna like do this one combo and it's gonna work, because you need to like take into account what your hand is. You need to guard properly to get things into the drop zone. You need to decide like, oh, do I go out? Do I use the go out stride now, or do I save it for later because it's really good late game to have power plays?
Hmm.
And there's like so many different ways to play the deck and like different strategies to go with. I don't think that anyone here is on like the level to really like,
You call
show
you
the true
calling us
standing.
stupid?
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, America, stupid.
Well, because remember, like the Japanese players have been playing Night Rose um since Negra Lily came out, right?
Yeah, since then.
Like there's people that have been playing and like learning the deck and like mastering that deck since like Night Negro Lily came out, and that like they had a Denial Griffin type skill. Whereas here, like people are like, oh, Negro Lily, like that's kind of neat, meh. But like now people are picking it up, and so there's like a huge, there's like a there's a huge gap in like when Japanese players started playing the deck and that
Yeah.
when like US players. So I feel like no one's like here has had the time with the deck. Or not no one, but like very few people have really like practiced the deck enough to have it down to like where it's going to show like how much better it is than the other decks.
Alright guys, so we are going to close the stream for the night. Thanks so much for everyone who
Exactly.
watched. Really fun night tonight.
Yeah, it was good. Good live stream. Thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Make sure you're subscribed.
Yes, stay
I know we've been a
subscribed.
little slow on things, but I've got Musketeers coming in the works. Get some matches and a deck profile on that, so look forward to that.
Sorry, Ninja
Sorry,
Bot.
Ninja
I'm
Bot.
so sorry. Don't worry. You can rewatch it. We had some stuff. We had some fun stuff out tonight. Uh, but yeah, we got some stuff coming up. Looking forward to that. Look forward to that, guys. But yes, like we always say, guys, like our videos, comment down below when this video does go up in a few hours, since it still has to render and whatnot. But yeah, and subscribe, guys. Stay tuned for weekly streams every Tuesday night.
Peace.
Yep, see you guys.